Hi. For natural numbers x, t and z, this should be y. For natural numbers x, y and z, if x into y plus y into z is 19 and y into z plus x into z is 51, then the minimum possible value of the product of these three numbers is what? Now x, y and z are natural numbers, very important. And if you notice, 19 is a prime number. Okay, so let's start with this particular equation. So here we have x into y plus y into z. Let's take y common from here. So if we take y common from here, we'll have y into x plus z is 19. Now y is a natural number and x plus z are also natural numbers. So the left hand side is basically product of two natural numbers, which is equal to 19. But 19 is a prime number. Now how can you write 19 as a product of two natural numbers? The only possible way is 19 into 1. The only way you can write a prime number as a product of two natural numbers is 1 into the number itself, right? That's the definition of prime numbers, correct? So if product of these two natural numbers is 19 into 1, then either y can be 19x and x plus z is 1, or x plus z is 19 and y is equal to 1. So let's consider the first case when y is 19 and x plus z is 1. So if y is 19 and x plus z is 1, now is this possible? X and y are natural numbers. The least possible value of x is 1, the least possible value of z is 1. So the least possible value of x plus z must have been 2. It cannot be 1. Hence this case is rejected because x and y have to be natural numbers and their sum has to be greater than 2. So x plus y cannot be 1. The only possibility from here is that x plus z should be 19. Okay. So if x plus z is 19, then y is equal to 1. Right. This case is rejected and this is the only acceptable case, that y is equal to 1. So we have y1 and x plus z is 19. So we'll keep this in mind that the value of y is 1. Now let's consider the second equation. Yz plus xz is 51. Again we can take z common from here. So we have z into y plus x is 51. Right? Z into y plus x is 51. So again this is written a product of two natural numbers. So we'll have to write 51 as a product of two natural numbers. Now 51 is not a prime number. So how can you write 51 as a product of two natural numbers? There are two ways. One is obviously 51 into 1, the number itself. And the other is 3 into 17. Now 3 and 17 both are prime numbers. So these are the only two possibilities. There is no other possibility, right? So now we'll have to make again cases. So let's consider the first case where z into y plus x is 51 into 1. Okay, let's consider 51 into 1. Now obviously y plus x cannot be 1, just like x plus z cannot be 1 because both of them are natural numbers. So their sum should be greater than equal to 2, so they cannot be 1. So here y plus x should be 51 and z should be equal to 1. That's the case that we get from here. Now if z is equal to 1 and y, which is effectively 1, so we have z into 1 plus x is 51 into 1, z will be equal to 1 and 1 plus x would be 50. So we get z1 and 1 plus x is 50, hence x is 50. But if you substitute these two values of z and x over here, this is the case that we need to also satisfy, right? So x plus z should be 19, but here x plus z is 51. Hence this case is rejected. It does not fit along with this only case that is there. So this case is rejected. Considering the second case where z into y plus x is equal to 3 into 17. Now if this is the case, we'll again get two cases. Either z is 3 and y plus x is 17, or z is 17 and y plus x is 3. So let's consider in the second case, let's consider the first point, case 2a. We know z into y, which is 1 plus x, is 3 into 17. So if we consider z equals to 17 and 1 plus x equals to 3, then z is 17, and if 1 plus x is 3, x will be equal to 2. Okay, so x2, z 17 and y was 1. This also satisfies this condition that x plus z should be 19, right? 2 plus 17 is 19. So all these values satisfy this condition as well as this condition. So this is one possible set of values of x, y and z. right? So what we need to figure out is the minimum possible value of x into y into z. So from here x into y into z is 2 into 1 into 17, which is 34. Now let's consider the second case in this case too, where z is equal to 3 and 1 plus x is equal to 17. So if z is 3 and 1 plus x is 17, x will be 16. So if z is 3, x will be 16 and y we know is already 1. Now x plus z comes out to be 19, which satisfies this condition here. So this case is also accepted. This was also accepted, this was also accepted. So now if this is the case that we have, in that case the product of the three numbers x into y into z will be 16 into 1 16, 16 into 3 48. So the product of the two numbers is 48 here. So the two possible set of values of x, y and z give us two different products of x into y into z. One is 34, one is 48. But we need to figure out the minimum possible value of x into y into z, and the minimum possible value of the product is 34. Hence the answer to this question is 34 here. Thank you.